done the development stream or preparement stream for Inércia Demoparty 2020. Hopefully the packet loss will be more bearable or unnoticeable today. It seems to be pretty green light so far, so looking good. Anyways, today we have a lot of stuff to prepare, finishing up for tomorrow, where we will be having the Shader Royale test session kind of thing. So a lot of things that I have to figure out. The page for random encounters needs to be updated. Hey Alien, welcome to the stream. The page for the random encounters needs to be finished and prettified a little bit. So I will probably work a little bit on that. I need to invite all the shader people and give them the information. Let them know what hour it is to join the Discord, that kind of stuff. Won't be able to stay for long today. That's okay, Alien. Don't worry about it. You can always check the video later. So this is all the stuff you have to do tomorrow. Oh yeah, also the overlays. I wanted to try to figure out some sort of graphics that I can then tomorrow tweak a little bit to put stuff on screen. So those are the main things. And if I get bored from coding the page, I can just start preparing one of the demo shows, which there are still a lot of them still waiting to be prepared. Hey Black Pawn, welcome to the stream. As I mentioned yesterday, my seminar got delayed for the 13th, so I still have some time to prepare it. Don't have to rush it now. So we'll have the night after the Shader Royale test to prepare some stuff for the seminar itself, or the day after that. So yeah, today I will try to finish the page for the Shader Royale thing, which is pretty much done. Just need some little tweaks and spam some people on Discord. So it's going to be a light stream. Let's try to find some music to begin. I guess demo scene music. Best of demo scene music. Decisions. Let's go with Mod Tracker. Second Reality. I'm gonna skip Second Reality because everybody already knows it. Should probably put headphones on. Okay, so let's get cracking. Try to update these things. First thing on the to-do list was the background page. Which was here. So this thing. The button needs to be somewhere, probably on the right. In terms of layout, it will look something like... Okay, what I'm gonna do is remove this page from here, so you won't be able to see it, but then I'll add it on OBS. Because we're gonna start preparing the stuff for Shader Royale. So I'm gonna copy this thing, actually duplicate, and call it Shader Royale. Bam. And now, to start with, I'm gonna crop this bottom part. So you only see my desktop. There's a line left, okay. Now I'm gonna add the browser image that I just moved elsewhere. That probably needs a better title than Inércia 2020, just to make sure that it's like noticeable what I'm working on. It's here. Let's change the title of this. Let's call it Royale encounters. Okay, refresh. That looks a bit better. So let's add this. Window capture, I guess. Create new one. I'm gonna call it Royale Encounters, same as it's called. Bam. It detected the right page. Okay, so now you see the page as I see it. I'm gonna crop the title on top, so it's just focusing on the center, and then I'll probably have it smaller, like this. This is the minimum that it allows. And now I guess I want to put the big button down here. And I want to group these guys a bit bigger, occupying the main screen. So I think... do you see my mouse? You don't. What about now? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to put this button down here. And make it not gray. Maybe like, I don't know. Green? I don't know. I'll figure something out. And then the list of names will be dark and long. And then I'm gonna try to break it into groups, like either three columns sort of thing. So it's gonna have like some sort of placement. I think that's the best idea. Or alternative, I can just do a list and in the bottom do the result. I don't know. Anyways, the button will be down here. When I click the button, it will name the people that are up for vote down here. So that's my main idea. We have the shaders going up here, like the different thumbs, with some name tags on top of each one, so you know which one is which. I can double click and have it maximized, showing on top of everything, which will be weird with this thing. I guess I'll have to make the black transparent somehow, so the names are on top. I'll figure that out tomorrow. So yeah, let's try to get this page to have the button down here, somewhere here. These names spaced out a little bit bigger. And then 4 of them here, or the results here, either 1, 2, or the whole 4, whatever happens. So let's get to that. For that, I need an editor. I'm not sure if there is a good way to separate stuff by columns using CSS. There should be. I mean, there's table, obviously. I could always create a table manually, but would be nice if I could just put everything on divs and then tell the CSS to wrap these divs floating left or floating right, alternating between each other. Is there something like that? Let's look it up real quick. CSS, div, alternate. Alternating left and right positioning with CSS, is this what we want? Yeah, and type float right, I could try that. Without using the image, just using the div itself, I think it should still work. Or does it only work for elements inside the div? It should still work. It should still work. So let's try that. So I'm creating the elements inside starter menu dynamically. So what I need to do is go to starter menu div, which I think is already being highlighted here somewhere. Here. Okay, so I'm going to create one just for the div without the hover. Starter, menu, div, and then what I'm gonna do is take a look at this code again. So by default, I'm gonna tell it to be left. Let me check the example, see if this is... Ah, great. Broken example. Let's try this one. It feels more natural than using the clear. I mean, technically speaking, both should work. Both should work. And on this one, I'm gonna have to say it's the nth of type 2n. Does this work? Refresh. Yes, it does. All right. Not quite. I mean, they're not aligned. They're alternating, but let's try the other thing that they did, which was this. That's much better. Okay, now I want it to float on that side, but I don't want it to be completely on that side. I want it to be a little bit more to the inside, so I need to put some sort of padding on it. Let's just try a random number and see how it looks. I mean, this works on all of them, so that's, I only need to apply it here. Yeah, that's much better. Probably only padding on the left and the right. I think I never know which ones are which. So let's just try some random ones and see how it works out. That's not what we want. Let's do it the other way around. Left. Okay, that's acceptable. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's increase the number of players by a lot. Nusan, ES, incredibly long nickname that will fuck the system up. And then Banana Joe Jr. Okay, see how this looks. Yeah, the incredible system fucks things up. That was predictable. We'll have to guide it a little bit. That's still acceptable. Do we want the text to be aligned on the left and right? I think not. I think we want it to be centered. Is there anyone with a name that long? Well, there could be. I can't think of any from the top of my head, but stranger things that happened. Where the hell is the CSS? Ah, here it is. What was I trying to do? Text align center. Does this work with the floats? Doesn't do anything. What if I do some white? 50%. Okay, that's a bit closer to what I want, but not totally. I don't need the paddings in this case, I think. Or It depends on how wide it is, I guess. Let's try to reduce the paddings a little bit just to have them realigned. That didn't quite work. How about the width here being like 30%? That's more what I want. Oh, there's a big gap there though. I'm inspecting things. It's just kind of hard with a thing so small. Well, it's always glued, that's understandable, but why does the width influence in a not so straightforward way? Strange. Anyways, gonna leave it at 30, I guess. Let's fix the button. What's the CSS? It's another div. I guess this div needs an ID. And I will need another div for the results. If I do relative, won't it just be after the other one? Nope. I can just have it right after the other one, but I don't know what to do on div to change that. I think it's like a block or something like that. Let me try a few things here to figure out. So this one should change display block. No. That's not it. Is it the main one that needs to have some sort of way to... I don't remember. I don't remember. So I remember they need to have something like the parent where they both are needs to have a specific kind of position, and that might be position absolute, and then the other ones need to be relative to that. I think it's something like that. And if I put on the other one display flex, that might work. I guess we can try. Packet loss seems okay. 0% dropped frames so far, so I'll take it. What if I put another div and then put display flex on those? Let's try that, see what happens. Nothing. Why is this div only this big? It should be like the whole thing. I don't remember. I don't remember. I think it's also about position. You need to have a specific kind of position, otherwise the displays don't really work. Well, it's not none. None hides everything, obviously. Inline. Maybe I can't use position absolute. Oof. This is why I prefer to always do my pages with absolute positionings, and that's it. I put everything absolute and do everything according to the page. And then just, if you need it to be like dynamic, you check the dimensions of the stuff and act accordingly. This is just a fucking nightmare. Just to put one div next following another one, you spend like 10 minutes. Like, why is this one just this big when its elements are down here? Doesn't make any sense at all. Auto? No, still only that big. Still only that big. Like, it's 0 pixels high. So position inline, position absolute. Well, it's after, but now there's this weird gap here on the side. Is there any other positions I can use? Fixed, inherit. So I guess to put position absolute on the main one, which is this guy. What if I just tell the body position absolute? Will that help? There's probably some rule that you can't do position absolute on the body. Yeah, that didn't really work very well. Oh, because the white is not 100%, obviously. Obviously. Now the fight is wrong again. Great. I think I fixed this by using spans instead of divs, because spans always follow each other regardless. It's a bit of a stupid way to fix it though, but because the difference between a span and a div should be on the way that it displays. Like div has some special properties that starts as a block, and span was more, still didn't fix it, so oof. Nope. Let's go back to divs. Maybe because of the input itself? I'm not calling anything to inputs, am I? No. No reference to any inputs. There's a button here, but I'm not positioning him in any way. Well, let's do it the stupid way then. What? Okay, now I'm confused. I think it's because it doesn't have a parent div. So I'm gonna create the parent div again. This one has position top left. Please work. Come on. Now you're just being stubborn. Why isn't this div down there? Left is working. Why isn't the top working? What if I write bottom instead of top? It has 0% height. That's the problem. Why it has 0% height, I don't know. And this one has also 0% height. Could that be the issue? Is it auto or 100%? Okay, now it has the right size. I guess it's because it has left that it's not showing up. So where the fuck is the button? Oof. What? This is becoming weird. Okay, at least that's working. What did I change to have this working? This needs height 100%. Okay, let's put that. No, not here, on the parentive. Parentive. Now this should just show up, right? Yes, thank you. Width is 100%. Why are you going... I don't know. CSS is fucked up. See ya, Alien. Thanks for stopping by, regardless. Hey, Nervous. How you doing? Still play Vainglory with the Community Edition thing? I'm coding a system to have... tomorrow we're going to have a special event where we're going to have several people programming graphical shaders, pixel shaders. And we're going to have a shader royale sort of thing, like a battle royale, but for people programming stuff. So what I'm doing is preparing a system where I define who is about to play who. When I click fight, it says the list of the results, and then I can strike out whoever lost, and then strike them back in, or stuff like that. So I'm trying to fix that sort of system. And visually, it will look like we'll have a thumbnail here of the first person, thumbnail here of the second person. You get the idea for how many there are. I think tomorrow we'll have like 7 or something like that. And as they battle each other and people vote on the stream for who will win that showdown between the coders, they will get struck down. But to define who is fighting against who on the next round, I need a button saying fight, and that will give me a random result. And I'm trying to finish that page so I can include it on the visual thing for tomorrow. So yeah, if you want to show up tomorrow, we'll have something interesting for you to take a look at. Today is just preparing shit for it and dealing with HTML code and CSS idiocies. Well, it looks a bit crappy right now, but thanks. I need to find a better font for all this, and I need to show the results. The logic is already working, it's just not being shown on screen, so that's what I'm gonna do next. And then after that, I'm gonna polish up the font and the button colors, make it more readable, stuff like that. I still play Vainglory now and again with the local Portuguese people, but it's just trying to snipe each other to be on the same party, and you know, there's no really competitive scene anymore. I hope eventually they will finish the community edition version, and people will be able to play Vainglory for real again, but it's probably already went past its day. So it's already pretty much a dead game. But still fun to play. The game was always fun to play. It was just the logistics around it were always weird. Anyways, what I was doing, I was preparing results to display some stuff. So I need to create this div here. Results. I will do it like at 60% of the top. Or yeah, fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. 0%. And now I will have to... I'll first save this. Now figure out where I'm announcing the list of people. I think it's here. This is the picked people. So here, instead of just showing them on a console, I need to create the divs on results. So it's gonna be something like populate me. But for each of the picked, I guess I can do... I can even use a similar... No, but then I have a function and everything. I'd rather copy this and do a variant. Something like display picked. And I'm gonna pass the picked here instead of console. I'm gonna do display picked and picked. So for each of the picked players, I'm going to not show them because I don't care. I'm going to try to get the results div. And if it exists, I'm going to create a new div element with ID whatever. It doesn't really matter because I'm not going to interact with it. And the inner HTML is going to be picked I, the name. I'm gonna append that. Sounds good. And I don't need a listener for this. This should just work. It's not working. Let's see what's wrong with this crap. Access resource from origin null has been blocked. Ah, what access? I'm doing everything locally. What access are you talking about? Okay, this is working. I just close this. When I click fight, I get 0 fighters. Why do I have 0 fighters? Should be like 2. Oh, we have 1 fighter. Why do we have 1 fighter? It should be at least 2. Oh my god. You need to serve your files. It shouldn't need to. I understand that error, but it shouldn't be because I'm not doing anything outside a single file. The weird thing was not getting the course error. The weird thing is that I'm not doing any course request whatsoever. That's the weird thing. But thanks for the input. I don't understand what 283. Let's check 283. Why is it only... Why was the first time N Fighters 0? If N Fighters bigger than available, N Fighters maybe there were no available fighters? Is that what you're telling me? Do I have anything on available fighters that I can ping? Let's console this. So let's try to restart this. If I click fight, I get 2 fighters. I get not a number, which is weird. 229. 229. Not a number. What? Oh. Maybe I need to do this. Or one of these is not a number. But players and that players. The name is correct. Let's try to replicate this again. Available fighters 7. Okay. And 2 were picked. Seems correct. And then I get a 6 in 244. Let's check what that is. It's the length. It's when one of them got removed because 2 of them were picked. Sounds good. And instead of listing them, instead of doing this, it's fine. It should be working. Let's test if the picked is even happening. Wanna become famous? I certainly do. Can I get a discount? That would be awesome if I could get a discount. Okay, this is working. Why isn't it printing here though? So it's displaying it, and then the display picked fucks up. So let's try to figure out why. The picked is picked an external function. Maybe it's already deleted once we call it. So this should be working. Pick I. Everything seems correct. Let's display some pics. The Incredible Banana Joe. So both of them are listed correctly. So what? Oh, and they are here. Okay, they're just black and black. Ha ha. Ha. That's why they're not showing. Okay, that makes sense. Let's do something similar that we did for starter menu. I guess I'll copy this. I'm thinking if I shouldn't I have like a class for this and be calling the class instead of starter menu. Because if I change something on the top one, the way it's presented on the bottom, should it be the same or different? I think it should be the same. Display names, I don't know. So yeah, let's make this a class, just this part. Results will still have to have color white. Otherwise we won't be able to read stuff. But now we can't do here class. Not here. Display names. Why do I use underscore for some and don't use for the others? Because spaghetti code, yo. Okay, that sort of works. Why is it limited to here? Let's try to find out. Because results doesn't have white 100%. That's why. Another thing that I need to be aware is that whenever I click, I'm adding stuff to the DOM. I'm not cleaning the DOM before, and I should really probably clean the DOM before. So what I'm going to do is just get that element and delete everything from it. There are cleaner ways to remove stuff from your DOM than this, but I'm feeling lazy. You should like remove all the classes or something like that. This has additional checks that it will do, but still works, still fast, who cares? So yeah, it works. Different people. Why did it only give the same 2 for the first 2 clicks? Okay. It's working. Okay. If I click... Okay, that fucked up. Oh, no, because it's 3 people, so it's correct. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Okay, so this got out, this got out, this got out. Now we only have 2, 3. This one is a bug. And fighters -1. We have 3 available fighters. And we end up with -1. How? I don't know. 286. The available fighters was 3. It got like a 0, and then it was -1. Oh, okay, because I'm stupid, that's why. Because this goes for -1 till 4. This is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do 3 plus 1. Because when you do rand 3, it gives you 0, 1, and 2. So if you had 1, it goes 1, 2, and 3. So actually I want rand 4 plus 1. That was the bug. Okay. 2, 2, another 2, different 2, it's fine. Now between PS and Newson I got thrown out. Next we have Mark, Banana Joe Jr. and Banana Joe. Let's assume Banana Joe Jr. and Banana Joe get thrown out. Now we have Newson, the Incredible System, and Twain. Twain lost and the other 2 tied by some miracle. And now we have the Incredible Fuck versus Mark versus Newson. And these 2 guys won. What happens when we only have 1? It only gives you the winner. Feels good. Okay, that's decent. That's what I wanted. Now let's make it look better. Let's pick a font to begin with. Google fonts, I guess. They're free, we can use them, we don't have to think too much about it. So what, if I was a font, what kind of font would I be? Should we try to rip off from Hunger Games? Hunger Games font. Universal. Maybe. Uh, 100% free. That's good. Let's just download it. TTF. I can live with that. It goes to downloads now, and then I'll figure it out. I'll also download Hunger Games, and then we can just swap between them if we get bored. Readable a lot, that's why. Okay. We like readable things. Being able to read. I enjoy reading so much, sometimes I even read books. That's how crazy I go. Hunger Games, let's copy this. Cut. Here, we have a font. Of course not. Can delete this, we can also delete that. Universal. Copy. So now we need to include our fonts to be able to reuse. Need to do a font face. I think we already have one for Neuropol, so yeah, let's copy paste that. Do one for Universal. Universal Serif, I think was called. Let me double check the name. Yes, indeed. Why is it still on downloads when I delete it from downloads? What's wrong? I just copied it, I didn't delete it. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Okay. And the other one is Hunger Games, all max. Okay, all caps. Okay, so text on... well, pretty much everything. I guess I can just do the font on body. Maybe the button will be different, but for now, let's try Hunger Games first, and then I'll try Universal. Close this. Refresh. That doesn't look like the font that I picked. I probably don't know how to set the font on something. Instead of font, should be like font face or something like that. Don't use font anywhere else. Font family, obviously. Info text is not being used at all. It's just here to... I don't know. Okay. That's a bit more readable. We should probably increase the size as well of it. Is this readable? It feels like it's bold. It should be like a slimmer kind of version. try universal. It's readable. Still feels too small, no? I mean, I can read it, but I don't see it in full HD like you guys are. So the button needs to be bigger, but we're gonna get to the button in a while. I think we're gonna apply this to the button and see how it looks. That CSS class that was already there. Was it a class or an ID? I guess it's an ID. Yeah. That's okay-ish. I need to center it a little bit. Has some extra padding that fucks stuff up. 40. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Can you really tell when I strike the name? Maybe the strike through should also be like darker or something like that. Try to increase the size a little bit. That's not a little bit, that's a lot. It's acceptable. Why do I have such a big margin on the top though? Top 0, because I have margin top 5 EM, that's why. Let's try margin top 1 EM. How's that? Is that a bit better? Or 2 EM? Okay, that looks alright for like 7, but if I add like more people, it will start to fuck up. Yeah. I mean, it's just a little bit fixable, like dragging this and then changing the height of the button here. So it's not the end of the world, it's easily fixed or fast. The strike through, I don't think you really can tell though. So let's try to change that strike through into some other color, like a darker color maybe, to highlight that it's out of commission. And while we're at it, let's try to make this black transparent. Just so that when we see the shader, you see the text. So let's try to fix that real quick. Should be this, properties, or actually filters. And on filters, I'm gonna add chroma key. And chroma key is gonna be custom. Black. It's a little bit too strong. Is that readable at all? I think it fucked up some parts of the thing. Maybe I should use like a proper background color so it's easier to chroma key, like blue or something like that. Let's try to get a specific chroma key color from here. Filters. Blue. Defaults. The default is green, but then it will remove my button. I mean, I guess I can put the button blue and use green for the background. Okay, you guys, for you it looks okay. For me it looks like someone is bleeding from their eyes. The fight looks a bit corrupted, but I'm not sure if it's just me or not. Yeah, the fight looks a bit weird around the edges. The button, and it's really not that readable, but that's also because the font is not that good. Let's change the font on the button. That's even worse, but that's because it got smaller. That's more readable. Have to align it a bit better though now. Okay, that looks alright. Let me hide this and this. I like on OBS I see a strip of green on this side. Do you guys also see that? See if I can clear it up a little bit with similarity or whatever. Looks a bit better now, no? Still see that fucking green pixel there. No green? Maybe it's just OBS like redimensioning stuff that's fucking up. Let me try seeing it on Twitch. See how it looks. Not Twitter. Twitch. Ugh. I wish there was a law to make it illegal to have a website with the same starting 3 letters. Or 4 letters even. Yeah, it looks okay. I guess that's alright. Okay, ship it. Works, ship it. I need to figure out the strike through. Because when I click fight, when I strike through, you don't really notice it that much. I don't notice it, so I guess you guys probably don't notice it. So I want to try Hunger Games again, just to make sure which one is best. Yeah, the other one is more readable. Okay, so Universal it is. The strike through. Okay, I even have it here, so I'm gonna just put color gray. Yeah, that works a bit better now. Maybe even slightly darker than that. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent compared with the black background. Yeah, you can still read it, and it's pretty much hidden. Is there a line of pixels on top? Yes, there is. Interesting. I'm gonna cut this a little bit more. There we go. Okay, now it's smooth. Universal is epic. Okay, so I think we're done with this. The fight shows you who's supposed to be fighting, and I can click randomize. Why is randomizing not working properly now? The moment I say that it's working fine, it starts fucking up. When there are 4, it sometimes fucks up. What? Ah, yeah, there's one there. Let's catch. Okay, here it fucked up. Why did it fuck up here? Let's take a look at the debug information. Available fighters 4, and then end fighters is 1. $117. 117. Available fighters were 4. But then when it was fighting, oh, because the minimum here isn't 1. Isn't 2, I mean. I think this is correct now. Always 2, always 2, always 2. When it's 4. It's working fine. When it's 3. It's working fine. When it's 2. Always give the same 2. When it's only 1, it shows you the 1. Okay, I think it's correct now then. Okay, so this thing seems to be done. Very rudimentary, but you know, works, ship it. So I'm a bit unsure of cutting the bottom here on my screen, because when I maximize you will notice that. So Problem is that this is my main screen. I didn't want to hide the bar. It does look a bit shabby though. Let me run one of the shaders just so just to see how it looks when it's maximized. So if I maximize it, yeah, it doesn't cover this part. So I guess I can cut it like this. I can lose a bit of the whole desktop just by stretching it. Something like this. F11. Another thing that I wanted to do today is try to get some sort of graphics for highlighting the name of the player here somehow. I'm wondering if that should be done with an overlay HTML page or composing elements inside OBS. I guess the better way would be to compose elements inside OBS. Let's try to get a random scaled name holder, name tag. That's not what I want. This is where a designer would be handy. So they would be able to transform the image that we've been using for the flyers and do like a small name tag with those kind of lines. Shall we try to do something like that? Like just carve something out of that screenshot? Like copy a little bit of one of these. Maybe some part like this with small colors underneath and everything black around it. It might stand out, especially when you cut here. I was thinking maybe doing it the exact size of the Bonzo-matic window. So like doing it this big so it comes out of Bonzo somehow. And it's on top and it will be aligned here to hide this thing. But I think the weird stripes, this part being cut suddenly, will still look kind of weird. The blooming part on top would look okay though. Maybe I can iron that out or just use this little bit. Or this... Let's try something. Let's try something. Do I even need that? Could I just use the snipping tool? Will be weird when it ends there. Let's try another one. I don't know. I think it's gonna look weird. I need to smooth out the edges or something, but let's give it a go. Where the hell do you add image? Here it is. Create new. Maybe not calling it image. Maybe create something called banana or header. It looks kind of weird, doesn't it? I mean, if the... No, I'm fucking up. If the... If the rest would be black around it, would be sort of okay to have this sort of luminescence and then the name on it. But it's not complete black on the background. It's some few colors. So I guess I should GIMP this up and clean it up somehow. GIMP was already open. Why the hell is it? It's on downloads. It's here. So if I can make this completely black on the background. Can I fix that with color balance? No. And it's so annoying to use. Like, I just want to slide the fucking thing. Why is it so hard to select the fucking slider? That color. It always ends up with a weird glow. I guess I can also pick up a brush and just blacken some sides. It's gonna look awful. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna look fucking awful. Because I'm not a graphics person. Where the hell is the tool? It's not blur. It's not paintbrush. Guess it's sort of an eraser. If I set the background to black. Why won't it let me delete anything though? And now I don't know where the hell the tool went. It felt like it wasn't selecting, but that's stupid. That would be stupid. The eraser. Okay, the eraser doesn't erase. The right file doesn't erase either. It's not reception. Still doesn't erase. I mean, the background is black. It's clearly black. Where the hell are the layers? Do I need to like select the layer that I'm deleting or something? Ah, here we go. We need to select the proper thing. Okay, so let's try. I guess we can try this one. And with size is okay-ish. Hardness is probably lower. That's just gonna look horrible. Yeah, that's just bad. Yeah, the categories. It's just bad. It sucks indeed. Why? There has to be some way to darken the whole thing to the point where the black background becomes blue and this one just becomes a little bit bright. Saturation, maybe? Let me fucking slide without... Ah, fucking GIMP. It's the right slider. Ah, finally. Decided to change the thing. This is what I want. High contrast. Now I can bring the brightness up a little bit. Okay, I might even just delete these two corner ones, just to have this main glow. And just make sure that this black is really black and not pseudo black. Let's try to grab it. Where the fuck is the dip point? Here it is. Is this black? 000A. Can I live with that? Should be able to live with that. Let's try to export this, see how it looks. Entire background 2. Okay. Gone. Let's try this again. Fucking image. Properties. Browse. Image 2. That looks sort of better, right? Now I write the name on top. Text. Create new. Name 1. With Neuropol. Let's try with Nusan, for example. Well, too small, but instead of 10, let's try 28. I don't know. Does that look any decent? It looks crappy to me. And then when I double click, I have the whole thing. So I need to have like, but that's easily changed on the Stream Deck here. I can create a shortcut to maximize stuff without showing the webcam, the thing, and the name tags, any of this crap. I can hide all of that. Just create a full screen version pretty much, which would be like this. Yeah, just switch to full screen with this. Maybe hide the bottom bar. So that's easy to customize on OBS. And for the shader royale, I have these things. Can I associate these two somehow? Transform. Group selected items. There we go. And now I can move the whole thing. That's better. I don't see the white part of the shader. I assume it's there. So it doesn't look that bad. I can also fix it here. It's not that bad. Is it good though? Eh. And we don't know how many people we have, so depending on how many people we'll have, this will start to get hard to manage. Let's see how easy it is to duplicate this. Copy. Paste. Duplicate. And it already pasted it on group 2. Okay, so I move this here. It already fucked something up. What? How did it? Whatever. Delete this. Delete this. And both of them changed, so that's annoying. So I have to manually do all the names and stuff like that. Why is this one with these things and that one is not? That's also weird. Anyways, I'm gonna delete this group. This didn't work as I wish it would. Move. Yes. Ungroup. Okay, Control C, Control V sort of worked. Ugh. Text being hard to move, also annoying. How do I transform? First reset. Where's the fucking reset? I did transform. Size 1. 1. Of course not. That fucks everything up. Reset. Okay, that sort of worked. I still don't get why this one has this. Oh, they both have it. It's just hard to notice. Okay. Oh, they're still both the same. I can't copy paste. I need to create a new one for every single one of them. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a bitch to line everything up. Not sure if it's worth the bother or not. It kinda looks more stylish, but my main concern is not doing them all. If I knew exactly how many people there were, it would be doable, but with dynamic number of people, it becomes a lot harder to figure out how many I should have, because I don't know where this thing will be. If it will be more here to make sure I have enough room for like 4 rows, if it will be further here and we only have like 9. I don't know really. It depends on how many people we have. So, and to be able to change all the names and line them up. And OBS is a bitch to line stuff up, especially names. You have to click the exact letter. You can't click next to it, otherwise you click whatever is behind. So it grows annoying. It's not hard, but it can be annoying. Anyways, back on track to the stuff we had to do for today. At least we tested it, and I guess tomorrow we can try it a bit more. Tomorrow we will have at least 6, I think 7th person that is missing from here, from this list. So we'll be able to test these things a bit better. This stopped playing music, that's normal, new thing changed. I have to talk to them, let them know the format on that stuff, the information on Alchema server. So I will do that off camera once I shut down this stream. And then I have to prepare the seminar that I'm gonna give, which will be probably done tomorrow after the Shader Showdown test thing. Not Showdown, Royale, Shader Royale thing. But yeah, okay, we got the page done, which was pretty much the most essential part of today's stream, so I'm happy with that. And I hope everyone will show up tomorrow for the Shader Royale test. I think it will be very interesting. If not for anything else, you will see a lot of great people coding some great shaders for about an hour or so. So yeah, tomorrow at 9 we will have the Shader Royale test. That's it for today. See you everyone. Take care. Bye bye.